Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gates. Let's love. Christina, we're doing part 2.
Hello.
Poodle fixed a drink. She's been soothed. I don't know. Usually it doesn't bother me at all.
Oh,
but even today, something interjected. I was like, ugh, buy it. Didn't offer me a drink. I guess I will be fine.
You want one?
I'm fine, but thank you. I just would like to be offered.
Too bad.
All right. Are you ready?
I can't square it. I can't spare it. Can't spare a square.
Can't spare it square.
That's on that
Seinfeld
name. Don't start quoting Seinfeld.
There's not a square to spare.
Yes, but you know, when sometimes I make Seinfeld
That's a very
references.
famous episode. Who doesn't know that? God. You want to throw that at me right now, but you want to put it on your lips so you don't know what to do.
I am torn.
All right.
Cracker! That'll go in the beehole.
Listen. When you're disrespected like that, sooner or later, you get tired of it and you throw stuff. So I threw a milkshake.
That is, the funniest thing is she followed it up with the phrase, I'm a grown-ass woman.
I'm a grown-ass woman.
That's what a toddler does.
a grown-ass woman, and I threw a milkshake.
And I throw things.
Y'all, this is Hey.
It's Hey!
Happily Ever After.
Season 7, Episode 4, Truth Hurts.
Still don't know
Truth
why it's called
does
that.
hurt.
It does.
Yeah. And an 8-inch dick does too.
That's a good hurt. Truth, sometimes not so much, but an 8-inch dick. Ooh.
That hurts.
Again, y'all, as we aptly named
Hurts so
on Lalu,
good.
what's that 8-inch dick called?
It's a Thanksgiving dick.
We have deemed it,
More
y'all.
like a 10-inch dick.
That's more like 10-inch, yeah. 8-inch dick is, I could live with that. A 10-inch dick
It has to be done the right way.
if it curves the wrong way, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Y'all, we talked about on Lalu, that 10-inch dick, because we were talking about Deontay, who has a massive schlong.
Massive dong.
And we said, you know what? That actually is like, you have a dick like once a year. It's a Thanksgiving
Dick where you don't eat like Thanksgiving all year long.
No, you can't.
You don't fuck like you do on Thanksgiving.
No, you can't.
So that Friday after Thanksgiving, make that dick appointment.
Yes, and y'all, the fall is
Like you
coming.
reserve your turkeys.
As soon as you see that pumpkin spice go, oh, wait.
I need to make my Thanksgiving dick appointment.
I need to text that guy Ray, see what he's up to.
And for those of you who are married or in committed relationships, invite a third.
Sure. Why not?
Just make sure your partner knows about it.
Make sure everyone's in agreement it's consensual. Thanksgiving dick. Get into it.
Get into it.
All right. Any announcements? We want to. I just read that the entire island of Puerto Rico is without power.
Yes.
So really sending our love to our sissies in Puerto Rico. Just
and sissies who have family there.
Yes.
We know this is right after Maria.
yes, horrible.
And we're thinking about you.
This is new, sissies. So I'm sure that as we go along, there'll be places where people can give or donate or whatever. So just. We ask you to be active, be vigilant, and look and give if you can. What else is going on?
Live shows.
We're
on the road.
We were just saying while Poodle was fixing
I've ordered
several-
costumes.
And
I'm in the
without-
process.
It's true, but we were just saying how we're both so excited to go back on the road again. Mainly because we don't have to worry about a polar bomb, but we're very excited to see y'all again. It's been too long, sissies.
It's been about a month and a half.
Well, Feels like a long time to me.
I think it's been like 2 months.
This is pretty much going to be it. There might be a show here or there, but y'all, this is going to be
It's
it.
definitely it for the year.
You East Coast and Southern people, and like, we ain't coming back to you till probably fall of next year.
Like there may be some one-offs in, like we mentioned possible Vegas dates in 2023. But
you've got it. Sissy Brandon messaged me and said, "Motherfucker, I teach an Equinox class that night because he teaches bike." And he said, "Tuesday night's my busiest night in New York City, and I had to get a sub to come to your show, bitch." And I was like, "Hey,
y'all,
I'm just trying to thrive."
We try to get certain nights, but in a city like New York and in October, otherwise known as Rocktober, when everyone's going to shows, we're doing our best.
We get the nights that we can get out, because remember, we're little piss-ons.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get big...
You said pissant. Pissants.
I said piss-ons. Like a
peons.
I combined peon and pissants. That's what I did.
You don't have to tell me what you did. I know what you did. I just told you what you did.
That's what I did. Yeah. So... Everclear or Evanescence, whatever.
You said Evanescence.
So anyway, y'all,
people, I don't think are really coming for you hardly because they know that either you had some type of brain
probably that's
malfunction,
probably,
yeah.
But
something
I say
that needs work.
Well, I bring this up because we actually appreciate that a lot of you are moving your schedules around and doing things.
We
to come
do,
see
very
us.
much so.
So we appreciate that. And I just want to say that if you think, they're on a Tuesday or a Thursday, I'm going to wait till they come back in a couple of months on a weekend. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
So it's a year.
The next time it's going to be fall.
Yeah. So this is it. And we're excited to get on the road again.
So if you think we're threatening you, if you don't, we are. A little bit. It's not going to happen until next fall, and I don't want to hear it. People were saying, when are you going to come to the Pacific Northwest? We did.
We did, because that was the only area of the country where inclement weather didn't sabotage our
That's
shows.
true. It did rain.
But
that's
it's the Pacific
normal.
Northwest. It always rains.
But So,
Anyway.
and I know some of you have found us after we toured. That sucks. But
Well, yeah. But
I promise.
we're doing what we can. So, yes, the Double It Tour, we're excited. Chicago, we'll see you in about a week and a half.
Yeah, the 29th. 29th of September.
That just made you a little nervous.
It did.
Your
You know
voice
when my
went
voice
up.
goes up, and I think about all the things that you do. My anxiety grabs my neck and squeezes it, and not in a sexual way.
No.
In a way of, I can't breathe. You need to do that.
It's fine. We've got plenty of time.
No, I have a timeline of what I need, and I
Yes.
think everything should be fine. This is a venue we've been to before.
It's true.
This is Lincoln Hall, which we've been to before.
We've
So
been
I don't have to
before.
worry about people not knowing what the fuck they're doing.
No, that venue was wonderful. Also, we forgot to talk about this on part one, but y'all, the single life is back. Oh, the single life is back.
If I had the money, I would just pay a camera crew to follow Natalie around and record everything she said.
Oh, it's so her. Tanya is giving us Tania vibes, but we still decided to call her Tanya. Like, it's.
Oh, she
See-
is going to make so many bad decisions.
She's going to
this
make bad
season.
decisions. Caesar is just Caesar. He's going to go to Ukraine in the middle of the war.
Fuck geopolitics.
But he wants his happy. Y'all, it is, Debbie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so good. It's so good.
We still haven't seen, I think we're probably going to see tomorrow, we're recording this on Sunday, probably going to see Tiffany and Veronica soon.
Yes, Shoulders and Veronica. So it's good. Anyway, that's all on the free feed, but
Love is Blind, y'all. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Season
September's
3.
been good to us.
Oh, yeah. Season 3, October 19th, the Big D. Season 3 in the Big D.
Dallas, if you don't know, that's a big D. I think most people do, but with us, you could think it's about dicks.
That's true. That's a
we need
fair
to clarify.
comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. But After the Altar is out now, season 2.
3 episodes. Also, y'all.
Where you just watch Mallory's face and our eyes get bigger, especially when we meet Sal's new girlfriend, Jessie.
Just no. Sissy brought this up in the Patreon. I commented in the back, and I said, "I guess anyone with the name Jessica or a form of that's not going to do well on this show. Not going to do well on this show." The trailer for season 3 looks great. Right, I saw it.
We couldn't even see anybody though.
No, but Netflix has been so wonderful and helpful to us that we're going to be able.
Thank you, Netflix.
Yes, unlike other places we ask.
Unlike other networks.
Netflix emails us back. And so we're very excited that we're going to be able to, we want to try to create some event television.
No, you did that wrong.
I'm sorry.
Event television. Boom, boom, boom. We discussed the way we were doing this.
I forgot about the song.
Event television. Boom, boom, boom.
It always has to be in stereo. But we are planning that because Netflix is giving us a little preview of these episodes, we're going to be able to. Love is Blind is going to drop on Wednesday.
Get them a little early.
And then literally, y'all, the next day, the next
12:01.
Yeah, at 12:01,
Thursday.
we will be dropping all of our. So binge that Netflix show.
I'm really bad at reading all these embargoes that they send us of things you can't say.
But we will. What people know things get.
I'll be the reason we get sued.
You'll be the reason why we have to pay our attorney to be on every single shoot with us. Emily,
I just want you guys. I want to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, you'll be in the middle, and Emily just walks in and goes, "Nope, it's cut."
This is just me being authentic.
Anyway. Thank you,
or me
Netflix.
Being drunk.
We're excited. Love is Blind. It looks. You said you
what
watched.
A great company.
You said you saw a little bit, and we're very excited.
I have watched the first episode of
I have
Love is
not
Blind
watched it
because we have a Netflix Media Pass, which lets us know a little bit earlier. We get because for reviewers they let us have things early. Let me just say,
don't you give any. I won't say anything.
I won't.
All you can say is if it's good,
it's juicy.
Okay, there's it. You can't say anymore because I'm scared of getting sued. Don't you say anymore.
I won't.
All right.
I'm very excited.
Oh, good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited.
There are at least
no.
Fine.
Save it.
Say it.
All right, everybody. Shall we? Are you getting a dick?
No, I just got a text.
You ever watch the Intimate Portrait?
I just got a text that says, "How are you? Long time no see." And I'm going to write, "I'm pregnant."
Oh, I love fucking with those people, y'all. Oh,
anytime you get a random text from a number you don't know, just say, "I'm pregnant."
I totally pulled another one. I pretended I was Lindsay, and I said, "Hey, I'm trying to bail CJ out, but I don't have the money because I'm on parole. Can you go bail him out?" And that was the quickest one that ended and just said, "Sorry, wrong number."
The only problem is I think if you engage with them, you get on their list. But
I'm already on their list. I'm getting a text message.
True. Yo, I'm drinking because
I have to say
we had an issue with
and you got to be
God.
Oh yeah. With his neighbor.
Upstairs neighbor.
I'm going to tell this to you. I need to tell her Instagram got hacked. We have a sissy who followed us on Instagram and then messaged me a message and said, "Hey, did you get because sometimes people, if you like an Instagram page, it'll connect to your phone number. So like you can get a text message or whatever." She said, "I'm starting a new I forgot what it was.
This is riveting already.
It's going to send you a text." And I went, this is
This
probably
is a
not
scam.
appropriate for a sissy to ask me this. But I just responded, I didn't get anything. So then but then it was weird. Then she would message me like other things like from our show, like actual from a real person.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute, maybe that's not. Anyway, this happened for like 2 weeks where she kept saying, "Did you get the text?" And finally I was like, "Girl, you got to go on self-promotion Saturday. I don't have time for this. I appreciate it though. Good luck." Anyway, it finally sent me a text. I finally got a text from some weird number, and I took a screen and I said, "This shit is spam. You're blocked." And I blocked them. But they are sneaky though, because it was threaded in personal messages.
I don't answer anyone without a dick pic now.
After you got your account hacked?
Mm-hmm. That was brutal because they pretended to be someone I knew, and it.
So y'all,
yeah,
if don't have that 2-factor authentication on your phone.
It was bad because they had got me when I've been drinking a little bit, and I had been dicked down.
Oh, they're your calmest.
I was at my most gizmo mogwai.
Just like when a python is just eating a baby alligator.
Yes,
you can't move.
I was quite satiated. And I was very, very vulnerable.
That's not fair. I'm sorry.
That's why my Instagram got hacked.
All right. Any other announcements? I think we're it, right?
That's it.
We've got a Broadway corner coming up this.
Yes, there's a very important Broadway
Better be
corner.
good. I guess it's a weekly thing now.
I'd rather not hear your flagrant expectation of what I'm going to say.
I'm just saying.
Shall we talk about Kim and Usman?
Yes.
You're running out of water.
It's fine. I'll be good. All right.
Oh, that dog needs water. What was that from?
I don't know.
It was something about this is your girlfriend. It was something, that dog looks like it needs water. It was a guy portraying a woman. Is it a movie? No, some meme, some fucking YouTube, some straight YouTuber made that was funny. I'm ruining this.
Yeah.
But at one point, the guy's like, oh, that dog looks like it needs water.
Someone will find it and post it in the Facebook group.
I still think about it. I think that dog needs water.
Y'all leave us, or not leave us, leave us a review, but follow us. We're really trying on our social media now, having a lot more memes. So follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And
please.
And join our Facebook group, the Sissy Squad. It's a private Facebook. It's a fan group.
We have fun in there.
It's not ran by us really anymore, but we do have fun in there still. So
yes.
They're a good bunch of peeps. All right. Let's do this. I do not want to meet the second wife.
Dinner in Abuja.
Yes.
That's
Dinner in Abuja.
That's one of the lost that's one of the lost Arthur Miller plays. Dinner in Abuja.
Wow.
But it ends the way all of them end.
That made it sadder. Wow.
With the fight. It ends all the way they end with a third act fight. This time, milkshakes are involved.
Milkshakes are involved. Tech people hate it. They have to clean up milkshakes every fucking night.
Oh, okay. I gotta say, a milkshake is the worst thing you can throw.
It's pretty bad.
Because at least with alcohol, it evaporates.
Also, sugar attracts dirt. You've got sugar
awful.
all over your clothes.
So, I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
My milkshake brings all the fuck you. So they're talking about the second wife thing, and Kimberly's like, we have to talk about it more. And Usman says, well, my friend's coming. He has several wives. I want him to talk to you. And Usman says,
KB.
Yeah, and Usman says
not the toy store.
Not the toy store. I think they're closed.
They are, I'm pretty sure.
He says,
I used to love to go there.
Oh, we never could go to toy. It was only, I don't know if they had it, but we had to drive all the way to Oklahoma City or Dallas. So it's an hour and a half to Toys R Us.
What?
Yeah, it was like a.
Where would you go to the toy store?
We didn't have one.
Walmart?
Walmart was it for us to go to the toy store. We didn't have an actual toy store.
So the joy, you could only go to Walmart where capitalism jerks off.
I mean, there was at Kerr and Revis, the drugstore in the back. They had like their children's section.
Stop!
No,
this is so sad.
No, they had their children.
Kerr and Revis.
It's a drugstore. That's where I got my mother that necklace one time, but it hung on her neck funny. She said she didn't like it.
And she got rid of it.
And I'm over it, I promise. They had, I liked it. It was very Egyptian. I was really into that as a kid.
We need to go past this.
Doing my apartment in Art Deco now. And so, but Kerr and Revis had...
You're welcome for all the ideas.
You didn't give me any ideas.
This is all Art Deco, you bitch.
Oh, I didn't get it from this. I got it from my neighbor down below. Said, I like to decorate in the building that the time it was built in. I said, my building's built in 29. And she said, oh, well, that's a lot of Art Deco. And I said, I love Art Deco. She said,
I don't think your building is Art Deco, though.
29, but the Art Deco, the building's not so much, but
see.
the period that was popular then, yeah.
But my building is Art Deco.
No, yeah, your building is way Art Deco. It's gorgeous. They painted all over these murals. It pisses me off.
I know. They painted all of the tile.
I think you should pay someone to repaint it.
Then I would never get my deposit back.
You're not going to get it back anyway.
That's fair.
Have they seen your bedroom floor when you move out? You're not gonna get it.
When I drop that lube all over.
Oh yes, you're not getting it back.
They're
Pooh.
still slipping on that floor.
Whoop! I'm telling you, you're not gonna get it back. My dog ruined my floor. I'm not getting my. So I might as well do whatever the fuck I want. But anyway, what was I talking about? You waylaid me.
Kerr and Revis.
And
remember when this is supposed to be a short episode?
It's true. Eliza, I think, in the Sissy Squad posted about this, or someone did. They had those trains that everybody loves with the wooden tracks.
Yes.
That's what I was obsessed with, and I always wanted those trains, and I never got any because I was told they were too expensive.
Oh.
And a part of me this day, if I ever have like an office or like a den, I just kind of want to have a little train set like that.
So you would be soothing the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't buy me one now. It doesn't go in an Art Deco theme, y'all.
It's interesting. I really just only want to talk about toy stores, and we stumbled into that.
You asked.
Asked and answered. Yeah. We have to move on.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my point was. That's gone out the window. So his friend comes up, and basically Usman says, it's very important for me to have a child. But she's like, I'm the first wife, right? I'm the first wife. And this idea that I object with the idea that that's not what you said. That's not what you said. She takes what she wants to hear.
Yeah.
And rewrites it in her head.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't agree. And also, he knows that she does that, unfortunately.
No one's innocent in this, but yes, for sure. Go ahead.
So, the guy, KB, is basically saying, no, you're not going to, the first wife is the first wife, the second wife is the second wife, and you treat them equally.
Or you at least hide it if you prefer one over the other.
And she's like, that's not what you told me. That's not what you told me.
Which,
the first wife gets all the love. It turns into, so the second wife, y'all, is just a baby receptacle in her.
That's what she thinks of it.
Which is awful.
It is.
Let's
it's
not
horrible.
mince words here. That's shitty to want to do that to another person, to say that person gets no love. And she's seeing Usman as someone who can just knock up a woman without any emotional attachment. And she would just be his baby mama. So she would be the first wife, and she would be over that woman.
Yes, because KB
it's very
says,
colonial.
It is.
It's awful.
Yes, it feels very. KB even says, and the wives live together. Oh no, I'm not going to live with her.
She doesn't even want to meet the wife or the children.
And so that's where I go. With the fact that she doesn't want to meet his children, I went, this is
you
someone
don't love
you
him.
Love. You don't. I have to say, if you love someone, I would want to know half of the person I'm with.
Well, it's because it's about ownership for her. It honestly is.
It was pretty. It is in this episode. It was really. It was because yes, he doesn't tell her the whole story. So is she right when he says you didn't tell me this?
I'm Team Usman.
She's right. I'm kind of their team both terrible, but she's right. He didn't tell her this. But he also did not tell her this. But
right.
You hit it on the head. She fills in the story with what she wants.
Yep.
And like you said, he lets her do this. So I think really they both are at fault. I think in a way it's kind of, he does, I would say, gaslight her in that way. Where he feels, where she has these big overreactions. He's like, this is not what and it kind of is, I gave you a false sense of security.
Yeah.
But, but just that aside, the fact that she doesn't want to even know her husband's children,
it's all
that's
really
gross.
Weird colonial thought of you go do what you want to do in Africa. You go do all that savage stuff that Africans do. And you do all your African things. And I'll be in San Diego doing my American white thing.
Yeah.
And you make children all you want, but you come back to me, and so I don't have to get sullied with that.
And
that's what it feels like.
It does. Me. And I don't even think she probably knows the undertone of that.
Oh, I
like she doesn't get like the, because you just brought out, like you were talking about racial undertones in that. I don't think she gets that aspect. I think, so maybe she gets the part of the colonial, like as far as the buying things. I think she gets that part.
Yeah. She might not get it, but
I don't mean as an excuse.
No,
I mean,
no.
Like,
she
she's
might not
getting
get it, but I mean, she's so complicit in it that she'll never understand
she's
it.
so wrapped in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still needs to be called out.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's one of the things why I want so much to see her as a clown, and life is so much easier when I can see her as a clown. But she says shit like this, and I'm like, fuck you.
It's pretty. It's when she said that, I just thought because KB says you could bring over some of the children, your children to the U.S.
No,
and
I don't want to meet them.
And I just went. She says later, she talks about, I've been compromising. I've compromised so much, and I went, you really haven't.
Honestly,
they both really haven't compromised.
The only thing she's
that much.
compromised on is the second wife, but it's only according to her exact specifications.
So wait, so you're going to honor what you said, his culture, but you want nothing cultural about it.
Exactly.
You just want that one little piece, that's like saying, hey, I don't know, like you're Jewish and you marry someone who's indigenous and they have a different religion than you, and you say, okay, you can do one part of this ceremony, but you can't do the rest of this very important ceremony.
She compromised out of desperation because she knew that the mom, she was basically being savvy at this point.
She knew he would leave her.
The mom is not going to. His mom is not going to let him marry her unless there's a guarantee that he can have children.
Yeah.
And if that is the only way, she will act like she's allowing it. Mm-hmm. But y'all, we all know Miss Kimbali is not going to be okay being a sister wife.
No.
Her version of being a sister wife is being the only one in America, and the other one is in some African city that she doesn't even know how to pronounce.
Yeah.
And that's the only... And that's how she's basically mentally arranging it so she's still the only one wife. And he can have his own customs because it's African. And it's very othering to me. But
then on the flip side, too, Usman says after the fight, she runs off. He's like, she knows that I think a woman should be submissive. And I went, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know her, and you know she's an American woman.
And he's a con artist.
So that's why
he's even conning his friend.
That's why I'm not Team Usman. Like, I don't feel sorry for, they're both getting what they deserve at this point.
No, you're right.
Think.
Yeah.
And they're both being terrible to one another.
Yep.
And I will happily watch it.
because they're both such fools.
And it's entertaining.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, they're both such fools.
And know that when she leaves, I
am not a show pony.
Did you notice?
I am not a show pony.
Did you notice her deep breathing?
Yeah.
And then at one point, she did not have to. She could have just left. But some part of her said, I have to make this good TV, so I'm going to throw and slap this drink. And that's when I went, that makes you extra shitty.
It was gross.
Because,
he was wearing a very nice, garment. Like, it's just, it's shitty. It's shitty.
He was talking very disrespectful to me.
Dude,
So you know my problem with disrespectful. I always have a problem because disrespectful always means something else.
It does.
It never means what you mean it to mean.
I know, it's true. We're on episode 4. I think, are they the only one that's not married?
No, Ed and Liz.
Well, we don't
watch
cover them. Anybody else?
Everyone else is married.
So, do you think Kim and Usman will get married?
I think it might end this season.
I think they might get married.
Oh, God.
Because I
also could see that, though.
I think more than anything, they both want to be on this show.
Yeah, she wants to be on the show.
Oh. And come on. They're like, I haven't looked, but I bet the ratings for this Happily Ever After, because it's been good.
I will say.
The ratings were good, and they're getting talked about.
This is the best in 2 years.
Yeah. So they're going to be back.
Because with the addition with decent storylines for Libby and Andrei so far, this storyline, Jenny and Sumit going the Kama Sutra route.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't do it. It grosses you out.
Thank you. And I don't know. I'm everybody else I could kind of take or leave.
Well, we don't like Ed,
No.
but Ed is a big draw for this show. A lot of people like him and watch him. So, Ed, the same for Angela. Like him or not, that they are. So, anyway, I think they're going to be around for a while. So, I think they're going to get married.
So,
I'm kind of here for it because it's just a
Usman's basically
cringe to
saying
watch.
things like, you know, I'm glad she showed me who she was because I'm going to send her back to the States tomorrow. This is all for his friend, you guys, because the next moment he's looking for her to apologize.
He is.
And that's why I find the character of Usman so interesting because he's such a con. He is someone else to everyone in his life.
He's a con, yeah.
He is remarkable in that
That's
way.
why, because he's talented, he's a good performer. Because a good performer makes you feel like you're the only person in the room.
And when the camera loves him, every time he does solo stuff for the camera, he's a performer.
Yeah.
I would watch Usman in anything. Soulja Boy. Zara, you got me twisted.
I know, he writes bops. So they're in the bedroom, basically, and she's just like...
They've gone back.
Yeah. I wish I would never come here. And they're kind of... It's a lot of, honestly, their fight is just a lot of, I'm right, you're wrong.
It's the same beat
right,
over
you're
and over
wrong.
again.
He's saying, I sacrifice more than you. No,
And-
they both, honestly, I think they both have sacrificed not much.
One thing he says, and if it was coming from anybody else, I think it would make a big deal. It's like, we had sex. Do you realize how culturally inappropriate that is? I was like, girl.
Oh,
we know you've had sex.
What a compromise.
Outside of marriage. Yeah.
What a compromise.
But it's interesting to hear him point out things like that.
Well, that's it. He uses his, I will say, I wonder, it reminds me of like sometimes I know growing up Catholic, I remember I had a couple of friends that were like not practicing. You probably had this, hardly not Catholic acting at all. And then they like got engaged or married and they're like they're
switch
ready.
flips.
Like everybody has to be so Catholic that they get married to. And it almost is like
It's called appearances, darling.
And it's so for he can come at me, but I don't see Usman as being someone that is that faithful or needing to adhere to that.
This is grandstanding.
It reminds,
And both of them are doing it.
Yeah, it reminds. Yeah, that's exactly what they're grandstanding.
Basically, they're fighting. She leaves, and
she goes to leave, and he
chases her.
Goes after her.
And then it's next week. We're going to find out a lot more, hopefully. Shall we move on to the darkest segments that Happily Ever After has ever had?
Y'all, grab yourselves a drink or a doobie, whatever you need to. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Bilal and Shaeeda.
Why would I run to the plague? And when I say plague, I mean the plague is having a child.
Too soon. Too soon.
But I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Because I talk like that.
Literally, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And you're not a plague, but a pandemic.
And that's what he compares to having a child to.
That just expresses the lack of empathy this person has.
Let's say this now, because I want to be fully clear on this.
Oh no!
But
You're
there
making
is
a poodle
no
proclamation. Where's my trumpet?
There is no way in hell Bilal wants another child.
No.
And I feel like Shaeeda is the last person on earth who doesn't know that. And it is extremely sad.
Yeah.
If you still think Bilal wants another child and he's just putting Shaeeda off, you're a Carl's wife and you need to think about that.
He doesn't want to kill.
Carl, are you sure?
Carl, I think he wants to be a dad. Shooter, go give me that baby rattle. I'm gonna send it to him. I got a cousin in Kansas City. I bet she knows him.
Now the other y'all, they're shopping. Bilal and Shaeeda are shopping, and decor shopping.
She said we decided to start with a clean slate after I apologized for nothing. Oh. Remember, she apologized for doing nothing wrong. But she apologized.
This is like the third and fourth sequel to Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yeah.
They're just giving it to us.
Get ready. It's going to be a lot of them.
God, every time. Do you find you watch their segments with a pit in your stomach? I just, it's almost like every time I watch, I'm thinking, how much more can he do to her?
I actually watch, and I feel very voyeuristic when I watch their segments, only because I'm a bit
It makes
riveted
me
too.
sick.
But I don't like to use the word enjoy, but I have to watch their segments because I feel like
no, I get what
kind
you're
of when
saying.
you talk about like true crime, you have to know what happened, and I tell you like I don't. For me, like I have to know how
I get
people
it.
can be treated this way, and they see it, and
well, I understand that. For me, it is.
But I understand why you literally have a physical reaction.
I think the problem is it's different than true crime because the camera is on his side.
Yeah.
That's what's different. Because it's not on her side at all.
It does feel like that. It does feel like that they want to give Bilal a good edit.
They're trying
to. It shows you how gross he is that they can't give him a good edit.
But they're at least trying to give him equal time. And that's the thing about, when I watch stuff like true crime, the Army Hammer stuff, I'm trying to expose myself to it because it's a lot of times it's in an unobjective lens or trying to be objective. These kind of lenses aren't objective at all. And so that's why I have a problem if they would just show Bilal as he was. And he can't even perform in that.
Because you think about it, Hay's different. Hay in the other way can be a little different. But 90 Day Fiancé normally is shot and kind of edited from the American's perspective.
It definitely is.
Because that's the point of it. The American is bringing that person over.
Yeah.
And so...
And that's better for their audience.
Yeah.
Who are American.
They're American. So that's the POV. But yet... Nobody could relate to Bilal.
No one.
In that first season, and still now, it's
no
all
one.
Shaeeda who we relate to.
And it's so interesting why they chose to put them on Happily Ever After, which I consider as a complete, just a diversity throw. They're like, oh, look, it's our first black Muslim couple. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Without any type of forethought.
I agree.
Makes me sick.
What I don't even think, maybe they do, but I don't think what they even realize is that I hope, we've had some people that this storyline has changed their relationship.
Totally.
Because they see this in their relationship.
No, I think people
need
to watch this. I get sick when I watch it though.
Yeah.
And so I would just want to say, if you're like me, see if you can resist the urge not to fast forward through these segments because they might be telling you something you need to see.
If you don't, I promise y'all, if you don't have a friend who is spoken to this way, or if you're not spoken to this way, you have a friend who
I guarantee you.
It is much more rampant than we think.
That's why we all need to think about killing our husbands.
Edit that out, Christina.
And you know what? I'm going to go to law school and I'll defend you.
The opinions of Jake Anthony are not the opinions of reality gay.
That's why women who kill their husbands and are proven to an abuse should not have to go to jail.
Wow.
Because the men are always guilty.
All right. We're going to move on. Okay. First of all, I want to say, y'all, they're in the wrong store because they're not the wrong store, but they're at this store do not buy a pillow for $250.
No, I don't know why they're there.
When he said that backgammon set was like $800 or something.
This is not Home Goods.
This is not a home store you want to go to
This is not
buy
Cost Plus
shit.
World Market.
I'm not saying they can't afford. I'm just saying for anyone. I don't care if you're. I don't care unless you're fucking Oprah. You don't need to spend $250 on a pillow.
It's a lot of money.
Unless I was Steve
had
Jobs,
a problem.
I could do that.
I bought these pillows from Joybird, and I loved them.
It sounds like you say Jaybird.
Joybird.
Jaybird.
But you can see
This is
them.
not an ad for Joybird.
I loved them.
We're showing these on the Intimate Portrait.
That's okay.
You're right here. We're putting a pillow right here. In
And
your lap. You like a little bit of
Stop it!
my
You
oily
promised-
body feathers?
You promised me you would stop that.
Okay.
But my thing was, each pillow was $58. And I had a real problem with that.
That's a lot for a pillow, but that's also a normal price. How much are Craig's pillows?
They're more than that. They have to be. But y'all, I had a dark night of the soul thinking about these pillows and buying and spending that. But I was raised by a mother who grew up with nothing. So that for me is a lot of money to spend on a pillow. But I loved them, and I finally just went, I love these pillows. I'm going to get them.
There you go.
Yeah.
That speaking of, that made me think of pillows.
Check out joybird.com. Possibly a new sponsor.
Possibly.
You better.
We have seen the video of Shep talking. At least I saw it. Did you see the
Yes.
video of Shep talking about
Austin's
ass?
Yeah, that's Shep loves to go that way.
He did stare at it, kind of like we're talking about Southern Charm, y'all.
He's not gay at all.
We are not even watching the show anymore. So if there's an update or if two men kiss, please let us know. I love that. Oh God, I wish I could see it because it made me laugh so fucking hard. A sissy who messaged me the video.
You're 10 and 7.
Yeah, what did you think about him seeing his butt? What did you? I cut you off. What did you think?
I think Austin's butt is quite voluminous.
It was pretty meaty, wasn't it?
Yeah. He'd be a good bottom.
He would. Yes. Yeah, but he's not because he
Craig
the
bottom.
He
Austin's
was
the top.
Smooth.
Austin
asshole.
is definitely at the top.
Austin has a decent dick.
He does.
I asked.
Austin is a top.
We're
Craig's
not
the
covering
bottom.
it. Ben and Ronnie from Crappens are still covering it. So if you want to listen to stuff, but Sissy,
I would highly recommend watch what Crappens.
I asked Sissy Beth.
For
I
coverage.
said, "Is there anything interesting happening?" She said, "It's mostly Shep being shitty to Taylor, Craig being awkward around Naomi, dog weddings, and John Pringle is missing."
Oh,
and
Pringle.
I just howled like I was.
Pringle.
Pringle's missing, y'all. We don't care.
Yeah, dog weddings. He is awful to Taylor. Shep.
Well, they're broken up.
Shep has gotten. Boy,
You saw. How does someone become a Thomas Ravenel?
Well, I think
I shouldn't compare him to that.
I
That's
think there are a
terrible.
lot of ways, unfortunately. Because
his Twitter is wonderful.
your level, it's true. The level of entitlement grows and grows and grows.
Yes, he's not a predator. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't compare him to Ravenel, but I meant like the classism.
But he's been so awful on the show, and I think he was experiencing a lot of bitterness before he was with Taylor. That's not gone. He's still got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all,
wrong store.
They are in the, and of course she walks into the of the baby store.
Baby store. She's also talking to every single store clerk because Shaeeda has no friends, y'all. She's all like, yeah, he won't let me pick out anything. He doesn't want to have a baby yet because he already has his own kids. So
And
I'm
y'all-
like, and the store clerks are just going, okay.
He's like, step away, Shaeeda. That's it. He is acting like we would in a room plastered full of pictures of vaginas.
It's like where we get our hair cut.
Yes.
Have you ever gone to the bathroom there?
Oh, yes.
It's just titties.
Yeah.
And then the only thing is I can see a men's dick going in a vagina.
I'm kind of into it because I love to be in that environment, and I'm like, it like makes me remember what it's like to be around all heterosexual men.
Yeah, I think you like that feeling a lot.
I'm kind of into it.
You've been oddly enough in a room around heterosexual men a lot, usually in a circle.
Yeah, I could bring some of them across the line.
But they just keep moving the line. That is a good song.
Remember on that show, I still have this idea that I can do a Smash podcast. I would get our friend Liz to do it with me.
Oh, yeah. Y'all could do that. Somebody did it, right? Somebody had to.
They've had to have.
You'll do it better.
Oh, I quite think you're right.
Glad you're humble. Glad you're humble.
Hey, I know my worth.
Then why do you charge $5 on Pickle Finder? Oh, actually, that's your worth.
That's fair.
That's fair.
You know why? I don't want to get I don't want to get too highfalutin. That's why.
True. Or you're like Walmart and everyone's been inside you. There's even a greeter. Hi.
Shh, quiet. So, y'all, I wrote down he doesn't want any more kids.
No.
What I wrote down here is there's no conversation about him just saying, "Can we freeze your eggs?" and he pays for it. That would help her anxiety so much.
Well, she just brings up the fact. She says, "Can we go to the doctor?" And can we go to the doctor?
I have a tinfoil hat theory about this.
Well, she says, "Can we go to the doctor and just get some information about how easy it is for me to have eggs, to have children?" And he kind of like, "Oh, why do we got to do that now?" and all this shit.
Do you know what it is?
Agrees. What's your tinfoil hat?
He's had a vasectomy and didn't tell her.
You think?
I thought it last season.
I think you said it actually.
Yeah. I think he's had a vasectomy and didn't tell her.
I don't know. That would be pretty scandalous if he did.
I agree. But would you put it past him?
Yeah, because Shaeeda is totally the type. If she is on birth control, I don't know if they can. I don't know if religion can they take birth control or not.
I don't know.
But I could totally see her being like, "Yeah, I'm not going to have that. We're just going to leave it up to God."
Well, she said they haven't been trying, which tells me either she's on birth control or they're doing a pull-out method at least.
Yeah.
So, but y'all, she says she wants to go.
I don't understand how that works. I really know nothing about straight sex.
Well, you don't. They pull out before they come in you.
Yeah, but there's still other.
There are fluids. You can get pregnant by pre-cum.
Don't say the word "cum." It sounds gross when you say it. Because you said it. You said it so much.
Cum.
Yeah, you kind of say. You can't say the word without saying it's sexual.
Cum. C-U-M. Like a Gary Busey voice.
Like you can't.
That I reserved for Shane from Love is Blind.
I'm fine with that word.
Don't get shot in the eye like a werewolf.
And I've had friends say, "Yeah, he came in my eye or whatever." But the way you said, there's just a tension.
Cum.
It's like when you say it, you always want it.
Like my mouth starts to water?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what? I can see your point. Cum.
No, I don't remember my point. It doesn't matter. They're going to go to a baby doctor. He finally relented at that. Maybe.
So,
because he goes to talk to his mom.
He goes to talk to his mom at the food pantry.
Again, it's so appearances with all y'all. He's going to show at the food pantry
to help people who are less fortunate.
He's such a good
son
person.
And a good Muslim.
I'm such a good person, y'all. His appearance, it's Yet, have we ever seen him work?
Can we get a group of people to kill him?
Hey, like I said, these sissies are starting to come out with us with some information. I don't know if we're going to wait till the end of the season or what, but Sissy Mary's on the case.
He deserves it. Like, y'all, let's get together. Let's find a way.
So much that a sissy Venmo'd me money to pay for court documents, and I said, "Don't send me money for this. I can do this as a tax write-off." She's like, "It's worth it." Don't send me money, y'all. Please don't. Don't do that.
I want to expose him before we murder him, I want to expose him to the world for what a fraud he is.
I don't want him to be murdered because I want him to be exposed and I want him to live with it.
Oh, that's almost worse.
Yeah.
I'd still like to see him squirm. No one should treat people like that.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think he talks to his mom and nothing really comes of it. Basically,
I absolutely cannot have a child now.
Well, he just said, it's almost like she's trying to dupe me into a child now. And I went, what? Like, she's been very clear about this.
The thing about it is, though, there's only 2.5 years before she's 40. So they either need to start now or start in like 8 months.
Well, his mom said, I guess, in the agreement, I would love to read this agreement.
It's non-binding, though.
But the agreement says that they would wait a little bit before they had kids, I guess.
Right.
But I bet you there's not a certain time frame.
Well, the thing about it is it's non-binding because she said the prenup says that we would try to start getting pregnant.
Yeah.
So,
God, I don't want to read this prenup.
It's that kind of idea. There's no legalese for you got to put it in her goot for 7 times a week.
Not 7, but yes, but probably actively trying to procreate a child with the hope of getting pregnant by March of 2023.
But that's not legally enforceable.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But come at us, lawyers, sissies.
And even the mom asked, maybe she thinks you're stringing her along. That's exactly what she thinks if you keep putting her off.
Yeah. Well, no, I hope she would not after everything I've shown her about me. And I went, that's exactly why she thinks she would be stringing her along.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, let's talk about Michael.
No, before we do that, it's time for Poodle's Broadway Corner. This involves you and I this week.
What do you mean?
We need to apologize.
What did I didn't do anything.
Oh, yes, you did.
It's your Broadway corner.
I need to apologize for murdering Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, I did that too. I did that too.
Phantom of the Opera, running on Broadway for 35 years.
35 years, yeah.
That was a gateway show for us.
It was my first Broadway show. Yes.
It was what got me into that Phantom of the Opera CD or tape, listening to in the car with Aunt Jane. I can remember driving to lunch at Fat's Cafe and listening to the Phantom of the Opera tape in her tape deck and singing Music of the Night. On that same mixtape was Jekyll and Hyde.
Whoa.
It's almost like that made me gay.
Wow. Wait, did you create the mixtape or did Aunt Jane have it for you?
I think she made it for me.
Aunt Jane wanted you to be gay.
She did. She didn't know it, but she did.
Does she support you now?
She does.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Even though her son is like super...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to meet Aunt Jane.
She's wonderful.
I think that'd be... When are you going to take me home to Pickens?
Never. I don't know. We'll go to Pickens after we go to Oklahoma.
I am going to Oklahoma Pride. They're doing Southern Oklahoma Pride, and I'm emceeing it.
This is my corner.
Oh, October 22nd. Anyway, go ahead. It is your corner. It's our show.
Y'all,
we totally killed that show.
We sang about Phantom of the Opera for Christine,
Phantom of Tampa
on UK Phantom of Tampa and the UK thing with Christine Diane.
God,
we've been doing Phantom stuff for a long time, and we finally murdered Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera closed this week on Broadway after 35 years. Unfortunately, they're probably going to open it again in a reduced orchestration. One of the few shows running on Broadway with full orchestration, full orchestra, and full cast, and they're probably going to reopen it again with like 9 people and 11 instruments, which is kind of sad. But
how could you do Phantom with 9 people?
Oh, they'll find a way.
That would be shitty, because that's kind of what's beautiful about Phantom is a spectacle.
Honey, people will.
They will. No, they will. They will. They will. They will.
It's all money.
It's all that money.
But that's it for the Broadway Corner. That's all I had. Now, don't you regret it? Don't you regret shaming me?
No. Do you ever regret shaming me?
No, because you always deserve it.
Speaking of shaming, let's get to it. Let's talk about Michael and Angela, y'all.
One of the things I want to talk about is that Angela's normal abusive relationship with Michael is different this season. And it always feels like it used to feel like when she would call him, it was all about power, and she would yell at him and talk down to him. Now that's there, but there is an element of desperation and fear that I've never seen before. And he's taking
who will love me?
Yeah, and he's taking a completely different tack because he's like, I'm on Instagram, deal with it, bitch.
Because I think she probably thought, once I'm skinny, then I'll be attractive, and then there'll be nothing keeping, except for her age. She said, but then because she probably felt like Michael would cheat on me. He accepted the BJ, all of that kind of stuff because I'm a big woman.
Yep.
And now that that's gone, she expected.
She's confused.
She thought that, and a lot of people go through that. They think, oh, if I lose weight and I'm quote hot, then my problems will go away and people will love me more.
Right.
That's so far from the truth.
But I encourage everybody to look at this. There's a difference here because it's all now based in fear. And you see her have an idea of her own mortality. And it's different than her screaming.
Because she feels like she's running out of time.
Yeah.
So it's fear of being loved, but fear of just honestly, and I get it. Her mom, I know she works on it, but her mom just died like a year ago. I know that put a lot of, with my father dying, that put a lot of just, I don't want to wait to do anything anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, I like it just, I want to travel more. We can do,
let's go kill Bilal.
No, edit that out, Christine. I am not going to Kansas City with you ever now. Ruin that.
We would do it kind of painlessly.
No. No.
Although some people don't want us to.
I have my own list of people I have to attend to first. Unlike you, I don't say them aloud.
Well, that's true. I do
Might
say
be
them
a
aloud.
better tactic.
I say them aloud way too much. Yo, come on us if you want me to help. Come with me to kill Bilal.
No, please don't. You're going to post it on Facebook. Our group will get shut down. Christina, just take it out.
So y'all, me and Ma's riding bikes with the grandkids, and they're saying, when's Michael going to come? She's like, oh, fuck.
Now, see, this is what they do that's, I think, smart with Angela, is that it's like the way Angela seems not human. She just seems like angry Hulk, whatever.
Yeah.
This off character.
Pure anger.
But then you see her and you realize she is the kind of center of her family. She's kind of like, she's paid for these kids. She's taking care of these kids. Yeah. Y'all,
these are Scotty and Skyla's kids.
Angela's not driving around a Mercedes.
No.
Have we seen her car? She's driving just like a Nissan, like a normal car like we do. Like probably because I bet a lot of her money goes to take care of her family.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that to defend her. I'm just saying that it's, it almost makes me more sad that she's so, again, and not into defense, she treats Michael horribly. But it's like this person who can't get away from their own demons.
And what's weird is you sense that every time she talks to him, that she can feel him slipping away, and she gets more and more desperate, and fear takes over every single time. And it's different in the past because she calls him and she's going to wish him happy birthday, and it's so cold, and like even between him and her, and I think Michael has the upper hand more than we've ever seen him have, because he says, he's like, I have to stay home because I don't have any cash to go out. And she's like, and why don't you, Michael? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, because you're an idiot. And this is awful. This is awful when she calls him an
awful
idiot.
and controlling with money.
Yeah.
It is. It's awful.
And what's interesting, though, is he basically says he normally would say, Angie, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I'm not taking down my Instagram. That's new.
Because he says she has an Instagram. Everyone in the world has an Instagram.
Yeah.
Why should I be? That's
Thank
fair.
you, Michael.
Thank you. He should be up. Now, that said, I looked up today. If it says it's his official Instagram, he only has 4 pictures and 1,300 followers. So it's not like he's very active on this, or maybe he stopped it again, or maybe he keeps.
Yeah.
But it is gross
that
she feels like she needs to control his Instagram. And it really isn't. Thank God. I did not expect, because y'all, it happens what always happens. She yells at Michael. She turns the phone off. She walks away.
He calls her back.
We see, mainly I screenshotted this. I don't know if I'm going to make a meme of it or not. I got to think about it. But you just see, like Stacy, but it's even worse. You just see that pony horsehair that's on her head. Y'all, it looks good in the front, not so much in the back.
Not so much in the back.
It kind of splits open, and you just see that her own hair is a completely different color and just fried on the end.
Yeah.
She doesn't look good.
She does not look good.
It does not look good. I wish she'd get rid of this pony. But when she walks away, but we see later, Skyla fucking reads her for filth.
Yeah.
Which
is the first time we've ever seen that.
Yes, because Norma Skyla is always like, Michael's taking advantage. But y'all, they're going to eat. First of all, take me to Barbara Dean's.
Barbara Dean's. Y'all, this is a Southern buffet restaurant.
This reminds me of that restaurant we used to go to. What was it called? It was in Wilson.
You're acting like I'm going to know what it is.
Oh, God. Oh,
you're looking at me to volunteer information, and I go...
It was just they would have a Sunday buffet, and we go after church.
This is like Old Country Buffet.
Oh, is Barbara Dean's a chain, or is this an actual just solo
Again,
restaurant?
you're acting like
I thought maybe there'd be one by you.
No, there's not.
You've never been to a bar?
We have cafeterias.
But we've all been to a, quote, Barbara Dean's.
Yeah.
Did it make you a little missing home, like seeing that buffet, seeing like the ranch pictures?
A little bit.
Picture?
I find buffets generally gross.
I know, but when they're eating the food and Angela says, all right, now pick out something healthy. And I went, what is there?
You know what? Strangely enough, salad is the healthiest thing on there, even drenched in ranch dressing.
Drenched in ranch dressing, yes.
But
they had warm rolls at Barbara Dean's. It triggered some food stuff for me. I got hungry.
I think we need to move on.
Do you think there was a hot buffet with fried okra?
For sure. There's definitely fried okra.
Ooh.
You're triggering Sissy's food issues right now.
I'm just hungry.
So Skyla's there with the kids, and Angela's was like, Sydney, do you like cucumbers? And she's like, I'm going to replace them with your ice cream. And it's a funny thing of Sydney's like, I will eat my ice cream.
It is funny earlier, by the way, when her little younger, that she's teaching her kid how to ride a bike, and she says, what does Angela say? She's like, well, Michael is, he's trying to aggravate your meemaw. And her kids are all like descendants of Honey Boo Boo, because they all know how to put their hand on their head and go,
They all, and they've seen her do it so many times.
That's not good for me, Ma.
And so, anyway, she's talking to Skyla. She's like, I did all this to look sexy for him, and he never says anything about my body.
That broke my heart a little bit, because I went, you should have done all this for you.
Yep.
Y'all, I'm a big proponent of plastic surgery.
But
I
do
just
it for
emailed my
you.
plastic surgeon yesterday.
Do it for you.
Do it for you.
Are we going to talk about that face?
I'm actually trying to see if he can put Botox in my ears so I don't have to hear you anymore. That's what I'm hoping.
If I can just draw on your face some problem areas before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. It would really help me out.
Sure. I'm sorry. Can't hear you. It's already working.
So, Michael, she basically says, Michael has no interest in my body anymore, and he's blocked her on Instagram. It's official. And Skyla's like, well, maybe he's actually reacting to what you're doing with that guy named Billy. And Angela's like, oh.
Remember, y'all, she's doing the TikTok duets with this guy named Billy.
And she's like, you know what? Billy has kidney failure, and I do everything with #awareness because I'm doing my...
Because she's trying to help him get a new kidney, I guess. However, the first conversation we saw with you and Billy, there was not a mention of a kidney.
No mention of kidney failure.
And it did not seem like a conversation with somebody you just want to help out with medical issues.
No.
Skyla said, she said, you were talking about Michael playing games.
And you're playing games.
But this seems like games to me.
And we do hear that she is going to Nigeria next week.
She's like, because
they're going to roll up on him, y'all.
Well, and Skyla says to her, she's like, Mom, you're just looking for attention that Michael's not giving you.
That's exactly what it is.
Skyla does think that Michael is probably taking advantage of her. She does think that. We once said that we thought Michael and Angela loved one another.
I believe it.
Do we still stand by that? I still think at one time they did too, because I think Michael could have been the love of her life. I think so. For her, for sure. I
don't know for him.
I don't know, because he did, again, y'all, he is from Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's a big thing to have. He wanted to have kids.
Yeah.
You know, Angela's not having a
and
second
I think,
wife.
Again, this is a type of love that the American love is very different than he could see. This is a great opportunity for me to get to the U.S. and
because he was infatuated with the U.S.
Yeah. But it's not scamming in this ways. That's the thing for Americans. It's either we're fairy tale love or you're scamming me.
I don't think. I think this had more gray in it at first.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they're going to? Because I think this season. Their arc for this season. Now we're in episode 4, so we're basically seeing the arcs of the season, and their arc is going to be: are they going to stay together or not?
I don't think they will. I think it will end this season.
I think it's going to end too, because I do feel like
he'll find a new opportunity.
I do think Angela probably presents a better part of herself on television than we see.
Oh, I think we've mentioned this before. Angela's story and Angela and Michael's story is the most massaged of anything on television.
I agree.
Of anything on TLC.
I agree.
Yep. That's all I've got.
That's all I got, y'all. That's the show. You can go to our Linktree link on our TikTok or our Instagram. Check those out. You also go to our Twitter. All of that link information is in your show notes, whether you're on the Patreon or if you're on the free feed. All that you just remind yourself later, say, hey, Siri, remind me in an hour when I get home to subscribe to Reality Gate's Instagram. And Siri will do it. Or Google.
My Siri mouths me.
What's the Google Might put as a reminder. Is it called, Alex? What's the Google one called? Or just Hey Google?
I don't talk to Google.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, set yourself a reminder. And
Google go fuck itself.
Google could fuck you. It's got enough money to.
Call me Google.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, that's it. All right, everybody. We call these people lonely hearts, because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yeah. And if you get so mad that you throw things.
Ooh, I want a milkshake.
Call us.
Call us.